Welcome back, everyone. Today, we're going to be taking a deep dive into a topic that's causing a real stir in the legal world. Law firm maturity.
It's definitely more than just a stir. It's
Yeah.
a whole new perspective on what really drives success in a firm.
Okay.
We're moving beyond those traditional yardsticks like profits and billable hours,
Right.
and we're really getting down to the human element,
So we're delving into culture,
Absolutely.
leadership, the day-to-day operation.
Exactly, how firms actually function.
Okay.
That's where this report comes in. It's called the Law Firm Maturity Index 2024 Rankings Report.
Okay.
And it utilizes a system called OMINDEX to, assess and rank firms based on this concept of maturity.
Okay, so let's unpack this maturity thing. What does it actually mean in this context?
Sure.
We're not just talking about age and experience here, are we?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
It's about a firm's capacity to generate value. But here's the key.
Okay.
Value for all stakeholders.
Okay.
Not just the partners.
Gotcha.
We're talking about clients, staff, even society at large.
So a more well-rounded view of success then.
Exactly. A holistic perspective. And the report actually quantifies this. They use a grading system.
Oh, interesting.
An AAA-style grading system,
Yeah.
kind of like you see with financial rating.
Okay, I like it. All right, spill the beans.
Yeah.
Who are the top dogs? Give us the rundown.
Okay, well, in the UK, the top three are Linklaters.
Okay.
Herbert Smith Freehills
Mhm.
and Clifford Chance.
Okay, big names.
They all earned a very respectable BBB plus rating.
Not bad.
But here's the thing. Even those high flyers have room to grow.
Really? How much room for improvement are we talking here?
The report suggests there's almost 40% more value that even these top firms could be generating.
Yeah.
So just imagine what's possible if they tap into that potential.
That's huge. So this isn't about just good vibes.
Right.
We're talking tangible results.
Absolutely. It's not just a ranking. It's
Yeah.
like a roadmap for improvement.
Okay, I'm hooked. So tell me, how does this OMINDEX thing actually work? What's it measuring?
It analyzes 5 key factors of value: output, cost, revenue, quality, and get this
What?
external impact.
External impact. That's not something you normally associate with a law firm.
Yeah, it's a sign that this report is taking a truly comprehensive view.
Okay.
It's not just about what's happening within the firm.
Mm-hmm.
It's about their impact on the wider world.
So are they looking at things like pro bono work and community involvement?
That's part of it,
Okay.
but it goes deeper.
Mm.
They're considering the ethical implications of a firm's work,
Okay.
their environmental footprint, their role in shaping society.
Okay. Some pretty profound stuff.
It is.
So they've rated the firms.
Yes.
They've looked at these 5 factors of value.
Yeah.
What's next? Do they offer any guidance on how firms can improve?
They do. The report pinpoints 7 key areas where firms can really focus their efforts to boost their maturity and, ultimately generate more value for everyone.
Right. Let's hear it. What's number 1 on the list?
Well, it all begins with purpose, values, and principles. The report stresses the importance of having a clear purpose that goes beyond simply making money.
Right.
They actually advocate for something they call best quality product services at the best cost with the best external impact.
That's a mouthful, but I think I get the gist.
It's a big one,
Yeah.
but it is about aligning your actions with a greater purpose.
Exactly.
And it's not just about talking the talk. It's
Right.
about walking the walk. The report actually points out a disconnect between what firms say they value and how they actually operate.
Interesting observation. Do they give any examples of firms that are walking the walk?
They don't name specific firms in this section,
Okay.
but they do offer some really interesting examples from other industries later on.
All right, we'll have to wait for those. So what's the second area for improvement?
It's value management. Most firms, as we've mentioned, tend to get hyper-focused on billable hours.
Right, that's the classic model.
It is, but the report challenges that. They argue that to really unlock a firm's potential and steer clear of those cultural risks, firms have to really see the value of their people in a much broader sense.
So it's about recognizing that people are more than just billable units.
Precisely. It's about investing in their development,
Okay.
recognizing their contributions, and nurturing a culture where they genuinely feel appreciated and respected.
I like it. And this ties directly into the next area, authenticity and cooperation.
It does.
Okay, I'm curious. How do those two concepts play into law firm maturity?
Well, law firms can often be pretty hierarchical and
Yeah.
competitive places.
Right.
To reach a higher level of maturity.
Okay.
Firms really need to cultivate an environment where people feel safe to be themselves, to voice their opinions,
Yeah.
and to collaborate openly.
So break down those silos and create a more open and supportive environment.
Exactly. And it's not just about making it a nice place to work.
Okay.
The report links authenticity and cooperation directly to risk management. They say that a culture of openness helps surface potential problems much earlier.
Yeah, makes sense. If people are afraid to speak up, problems just fester until they blow up.
Exactly. And that leads us to the fourth area, which is maybe the most intricate
Okay.
whole system thinking.
All right, break that one down for me. What does that even mean?
It's essentially about recognizing that everyone within the firm,
Okay.
and even external stakeholders like clients and regulators, are all interconnected.
We're all part of this giant web.
Precisely. And it's about understanding how those relationships work,
Okay.
how actions in one part of the system can have ripple effects throughout the whole thing.
So seeing the big picture,
Yeah,
thinking about those long-term consequences of your actions.
you got it. And this is where the report gets really interesting.
Okay.
They give an example of a hospital, Virginia Mason,
Right.
that's actually implemented a whole system approach
Okay.
with a focus on psychological safety.
So they're encouraging open communication,
Yes.
learning from mistakes.
That's the one. They understand that mistakes happen.
Right.
But those errors can be incredible learning opportunities if you handle them openly and constructively.
It's about fostering a growth mindset.
It is.
Mistakes are stepping stones to improvement, not something to be punished or swept under the rug.
Exactly. It's about cultivating that culture of continuous learning and improvement.
Okay, so we've covered 4 out of the 7.
We have.
Let's do a quick recap before we dive into the next 3.
That's good.
All right, so we've explored purpose, values, and principles,
Yep.
making sure they're genuine, aligned with the firm's actions, and really guiding decision-making.
Right.
Then there's value management,
Yeah.
going beyond just those billable hours to truly recognize the value that people bring and invest in their well-being.
Yep.
Then we talk about authenticity and cooperation,
Right.
building that culture of openness, transparency, and shared responsibility,
Absolutely.
where people feel comfortable being themselves and collaborating effectively.
It's key.
And finally, whole system thinking,
Yeah.
understanding that interconnectedness of everything and creating those feedback loops for continuous learning and adaptation.
Excellent summary.
Thank you.
And those 4 areas really lay the groundwork for the next 3, which are all about putting these principles into action.
Okay, I can't wait. Tell me what's next.
It's accountability. Time to get down to brass tacks.
All right, let's hear it.
It's about making sure that people are held accountable for their actions and decisions,
Okay.
not just in terms of financial performance,
Right.
but also in those broader measures of value that we've been talking about.
So output, revenue, cost, quality, and external impact.
All of them. And this applies to everyone in the firm,
Okay,
from the managing partner to the newest recruit.
got it.
It's about cultivating a shared sense of responsibility and accountability across the board.
So if a firm claims to value external impact, for example,
Yeah.
their actions, their reward systems, they need to reflect that commitment. People actually need to be held accountable for making a positive impact.
Actions speak louder than words.
Right.
And this has a significant impact on leadership behavior and decision-making.
Makes sense. Because if leaders are held accountable for those broader measures of value, they're naturally going to prioritize them.
Right. It's about shifting the focus away from just those financial metrics
Okay.
and towards a more holistic view of success. And speaking of holistic views, let's move on to area number 6, culture and human governance.
We touched on this earlier.
Yeah.
But I'm still a little bit unclear about what human governance actually entails.
It's about managing value and risk across the entire human system of the firm. Not just looking at the numbers, but focusing on the people.
Okay.
It's recognizing that people are the heart of the organization,
Right.
that their well-being is essential for the firm's success.
Okay.
And culture is really the magic ingredient here. It's the shared values, the beliefs and behaviors that shape how people interact and make decisions.
It's the driving force behind everything.
Right. And a strong positive culture can be an incredible asset,
Yeah?
but a toxic culture can be incredibly damaging.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
So how can firms create a culture that really supports this whole idea of maturity and value creation?
It's not a simple task,
Right.
but the report highlights some key elements.
Okay.
Leadership is crucial. It all starts at the top.
Okay.
Leaders need to embody those desired behaviors, create an environment where people feel valued and respected.
So lead by example, walk the walk, don't just talk the talk.
Precisely. And then there's communication.
Right.
Open, honest, transparent communication.
Okay.
It's essential for building trust and fostering a sense of community.
No more secrets and backroom deals.
It's exactly. Transparency is key. And never underestimate the power of recognition and reward.
Okay.
Acknowledge and celebrate successes, both individual and collective. It can have a huge impact on morale and motivation.
Make people feel appreciated and valued for their contributions.
Exactly. And invest in their professional development.
Okay.
Show them that the firm is invested in their growth and their success.
To give them opportunities to learn, grow, expand their skill set.
Exactly. It's a win-win.
It is.
And let's not forget about work-life balance.
Right.
Creating a culture that supports work-life balance can really help reduce stress and burnout and boost overall well-being.
Happy employees are productive employees.
Exactly.
Right.
It boils down to treating people with respect and dignity.
Recognizing that they're not just cogs in a machine.
Right.
They're human beings with lives and needs and aspirations.
Precisely. So we've tackled accountability culture, human governance.
We have.
What's the final area for improvement?
Tell me.
It's decision-making. This is where all the other elements really come together.
Because the way decisions are made has a huge impact on the culture and the overall trajectory of the firm.
Absolutely. And the report stresses collegiate decision-making as a hallmark of those truly mature firms.
So we talked about this before. It's involving everyone who can add value to the process.
Yes.
Even if it takes a little longer to reach the decision.
Right. And it's about being open about the decision-making process.
Okay.
And the reasons behind the choices that are made.
No more decisions made in secret.
Exactly. The report argues that this more collaborative approach actually often leads to better outcomes and faster implementation.
Because everyone's had their say.
Yeah, everyone has had a chance to give their input and get on board. They actually use Toyota's approach as a good example.
Go to the car company?
The one and only. They're known for their incredible efficiency.
Okay.
And that's partly because of their approach to decision-making. They empower people at all levels to make decisions. And they have this strong culture of collaboration and consensus building.
That's fascinating.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have thought to look to the automotive industry for lessons in law firm management.
You never know where you'll find inspiration. But that's the beauty of this whole systems thinking approach.
Yeah.
It's about looking beyond your own industry, learning from others who are doing things well.
So we've covered all 7 areas for improvement.
We have.
That's a lot to take in.
It is.
But it's also incredibly inspiring.
It is. It is. But remember, maturity is a journey, not a destination.
It's all about continuous improvement.
Exactly. Always striving to be better.
So it's not about achieving perfection overnight.
Right.
It's about taking those small steps, making incremental progress over time.
That's it. Be patient, be persistent, and embrace the challenge. See it as an opportunity for growth and development.
I love that perspective. This report has given us so much to think about. I'm excited to see how law firms are going to respond to all of this.
Me too. I think we're at a really crucial point in the evolution of the legal profession.
Yeah, and the firms that embrace these maturity principles,
they're
going to be the ones that thrive.
Absolutely. They'll be the ones attracting and retaining the best talent, winning those top-tier clients, making a real difference in the world.
What a vision.
Yeah.
So what's next for our deep dive?
We're going to zoom out even further. And explore those broader implications of all of this. What does it mean for the future of the legal profession as a whole?
That's a big question. I can't wait to delve into that.
Join us next time for the final part of our deep dive as we explore the future of law firms and the impact of this emerging focus on maturity.